So Braintree is part of the PayPal family. We are a full payment stack that allows people to accept payments on their mobile device or website. So we work with our partners who are the merchants to create amazing frictionless payment experiences.
Carolyn, you've worked for eBay, Telstra, Vodafone, of course names that we know both domestically and also globally. How has that experience assisted you when it comes to tracking the industry and seeing where it's heading next, and also pinpointing some of those trends that we look to within this sector?
Yeah, sure. So Braintree work well with a lot of telcos and utilities and kind of non-retail merchants. So the experience coming from telecommunications was a really interesting one because it allowed me to kind of look at what that end of the customer journey looks like and how important frictionless payment is in customer engagement. So the relationship that matters most to PayPal and Braintree is the relationship between the merchant and the customer. And so working in telecommunications and then moving into Braintree, there was that technology acumen kind of already there, which made it a little bit easier because it was quite a jump. eBay was probably the most invaluable experience coming into payments because of that e-commerce centric customer engagement piece and driving conversion.
Now, in an interview, you once said, if I could tell my younger self one thing, it would be trust yourself and own your strengths. What were those strengths, and also why did you think that your younger self needed that message of trust?
So I think in a lot of the roles that I was initially in or going for, I did the typical female, unfortunately more centric female thing, where I would look at a job description and if I didn't tick all of the boxes, I would think that maybe that role wasn't for me. And as I matured and grew and got more experience, I realised that the best roles to go for are the ones that you can really showcase your strengths. In my case, it was building strong teams, my EQ, and just my persistence and stamina and love for the industry. And there's different times where I second guessed that because people were giving me feedback that was not correct. And in particular with the role with Braintree, I made sure that I applied for a role where I didn't have all the answers. I didn't know everything. I wanted to learn about those things, but the things that I was really good at were transferable.
Now, you're nominated as IT and Telecommunications Executive of the Year. Of course, congratulations on that. What do you think it is about Braintree and about your work that resonated with the CEO magazine?
Braintree is really innovative. They're kind of on the cutting edge of payments. If you think about the experiences that we've helped enable merchants to create, like Uber, for example, is probably our most famous one. I think Braintree and FinTech is finally being recognised as not an afterthought or part of the plumbing or ecosystem of payments, but actually something that can help drive customer acquisition and engagement. So it's really nice to have FinTech recognised and IT&T recognised in that way.
I'd also love to touch on gender for just a moment, if I can, because we've seen a really strong number of strong women nominated for the CEO Magazine Executive of the Year Awards. I'd love to know how you feel as a finalist and a female, particularly within the IT and telco space.
I'm so honoured to be firstly nominated and then as a finalist. I think it's a real recognition of female leaders and not only the work that they're doing and their organisations are driving, also their way of management and leading and the way that they're carving themselves through the industry. But also I think women are becoming better at putting their hand up and saying, I want to go for this, I want to be nominated, I want to put a submission in it and go for it. And I think we're seeing a turning point with that confidence level.